I think the one thing that we all have in common in terms of educators, parents, and students is we want to help students succeed, to be incredibly successful. The Whittier City School District, our middle school, is a big part of that. We're named the top 5 school districts in the state of California for academic growth. Simply put, those are numbers that you can't argue with. We're doing great things and we have great middle schools.
There's no excuse, really, for students not to do well here.
It's not unusual to be walking the hallways and have kids, just come up and want to high-five you.
At this age, they're still little kids. They laugh at SpongeBob, they laugh at cartoons, but you could talk to them about the Holocaust. You could talk to them about the Civil War. You could talk to them about serious issues and they're interested. They're still kids. They're still a blank slate.
It's definitely going to be a challenge for them. They need to understand that we have very high expectations for any student coming into our campus.
The incoming 6th graders, they start a day early, so they have the advantage of having the whole campus to themselves.
If I could tell an incoming student something about my school, it would probably be that it's not as scary as it seems. The transition for me was pretty much seamless.
In respect to the students transitioning from a middle school to a high school, we have a lot of collaboration with the outside high schools. So we collaborate with Pioneer and Whittier High School pretty frequently.
Every student has a different lifestyle, and we're just here to help them find their motivation, what their talent is, in a safe, comfortable environment where they can flourish.
This year I joined chorus and we actually sang at a showcase with Dexter Middle School and Hoover Elementary.
There's so much going on here that there's something for every single student to be involved in, whether it's the arts that they're interested in, whether it's technology, whether it's being in a leadership role.
What I like the most about Edwards Middle School is probably the programs they provide for us. Since I want to be a jet engineer, I think the STEM program really helps me because I get hands-on on technology, engineering, mechanics, I get to program things.
We have over 20 clubs on campus. We have a gardening club, a gaming club, a drama club, intramurals, and the PE teachers run the intramural sports. My daughter, she's very shy, so she got involved in some of those clubs and it's changed her a lot.
It's so nice to see the ASB students take on the leadership roles. I'm very hands-off with them. I'm just there to support them.
So we've got a very active visual arts program through our art class where they produce, in fact, some of the art that you see here today.
Last year I took art, and that's a really great program. We do a lot of different art projects, and I actually had a couple of pieces in an art gallery.
I think a fundamental belief in this district is that every student is incredibly gifted in a particular way. And the more that we can help students find that and then pursue that passion, the better off we are as a school system. And I think we try very hard to create programs that allow students to do that.
The most important thing that stands out is the connection the teachers have with the students. They get to know the kids personally.
I can happily say this isn't my home. When I tell most folks that I teach middle school, they're like, you're crazy.
They roll their eyes there, they say, oh, I'm sorry, oh, how do you do it? It's awesome, it's easy.
The thing that I really love about teaching special ed is that I get to work with students in a small group, and it really allows me to become close to my students.
We have just great teachers here. We have awesome teachers here, and they challenge the students academically.
My teachers challenge me by setting goals. They push me to set my own goals, but they do set goals for me. If I have a B, they want me to have an A. If I get an A, they want me to get an even higher A.
My teachers challenged me by giving me different ways to look at the same problem, asking me questions that really make me think deeper into what I'm doing instead of just doing it or doing what's on the page.
We're very fortunate that our teachers give up their lunchtime. Kids can go in, they have an open door policy.
My room's always open for kids to come and just talk at lunch. It doesn't have to be about math, it could be about anything.
There's a tendency to be more engaged when students are young and less engaged as they grow older. It almost needs to be the inverse, the opposite. We need really engaged parents to work collaboratively with us so that we help our students become very successful.
The way I participate in my child's education is by making sure they're organized every day, just checking in with them on a daily basis.
I participate in her education by being involved and volunteering as much as I can.
At Edwards, they have the parent portal, so parents can sign up on the parent portal and get weekly updates on how their child is doing.
Email is the easiest form of communication. Sometimes I'll just email them to be like, your student had a great day today. So it's not always negative communication.
The only thing I don't like about my school is that they keep in contact with my parents. So, any little thing, they're all telling my parents. My parents are always participating in school. They're always pushing me. They always come to events and they cheer me on, and that's a little embarrassing, but it's fun.
I'm just going to start out by saying that Mr. Alvidrez is, I think, what this school needed.
Mr. Alvidrez is wonderful. He's no nonsense, but he's hilarious. I have all my faith in him that he'll continue to help the school flourish and that he'll keep on encouraging students and empowering students. He's really great at that.
Mr. Alvidrez has been a very positive impact on our school. It's like a vacuum being filled by someone that just has a vision, that knows what they're doing.
My vision for the school really is just to carry on the good things that are already happening here. One of the things as a principal that's difficult to do is to create an environment or a culture amongst the staff that they really care about kids and are really dedicated to teaching. That's very difficult to create if it doesn't already exist.
Ms. Tagel's been an amazing assistant principal. She's so spirited.
I was a student here. I'm not going to say the year, but I was a student here. I came to work here in 1998 as a teacher. So for 7 years I was a math teacher, and then I'm back here as assistant principal, so I'm back home and I love it here.
We have a strong leader who really does care about the kids. He went to school down the street too. When there's leadership, they'll make choices that are based on what's good for the kids. People want to follow that.
He has an open door policy. If he's in his office, he's usually available for anyone to come and see him.
He's just an overall awesome guy. He really is, and he's a pleasure to work for.
There is nothing like being in the same community and neighborhood and having the support of those family and friends.
This is the neighborhood I grew up in. Coming back to the school, it just felt right.
The community has changed over the years. We're seeing more and more parents involved in their child's education.
We teach the kids that, we have to be respectful. We have to be taking care of each other because that's what a community does. And one day they're going to be our neighbors. We want them to act like we would want our neighbor to act.
It's great to see kids from this neighborhood doing well. We have so many kids going to college now, good universities.
Sometimes we feel like we're an outsider and we're sending our student into something that we entirely don't know. And we need to break down that barrier. We need to make sure that parents feel very comfortable on our campuses.
Those parents and students who want to come to our school, like I said, I give parent tours every week, and sometimes I give a parent tour at 5 p.m.
Come and find out what we do here on our campus. Visit our Facebook page.
You can have outstanding facilities, you can have gyms and swimming pools and AstroTurf fields, and if you don't have people that care about kids, if you don't have people that want to work with kids, that value kids, what does that matter? It's the people. And that's what I love about Edwards. I'm working with people that really do care.
I would say to every parent who's interested in thinking about where to place their students, come to our campuses, come visit. You're going to feel the kind of warmth, I think, that exudes from who we are in Whittier City.